Happy Monday, everyone. If you're able to, love seeing your cameras on. It just makes it a more engaging time. It also helps me know who I'm talking to. Great to see you, Becky. But if you're just listening, that's great too. Also, we're going to throw these replays up. At first, we're like, do we know what this is going to look like, how it's going to roll? And after our first session last week, we just thought, actually, we got some pretty good content, and this feels a lot more organized and official than we expected at first. Maybe in the future we'll do some interactive, like person by person coaching, but right now we've got so much great new content, especially with the branding bundles, especially with marketing. That's what we're going to be covering today. So this is kind of a bit more of a focused coaching session. We're going to be covering the first two stages of a journey with a client, from lead generation to capturing and bringing them into your system. We're going to be talking about ads and the website specifically. Now we're kind of moving backwards now, because last week on Friday, we talked about the new lead campaign. So if you want to know what happens after today's steps, go back and watch the new lead campaign video so that you can see text messages, emails, converting people to action who have opted in. That would be the other video. But Alex.
Man, I am so excited to see everyone here. One of the things that I love about these training sessions is I get to see people who are action takers, because y'all are jumping in here and learning, meeting other users, sharing, hey, this is how I'm using this tool. And then you get to hear our original intention for some of these campaigns. I'm already seeing some folks who are taking what we've done and modifying it. You know, some are just slight tweaks, some are a little bit heavier modifications for what they want to do. And I love that. I love seeing people take the pre-built stuff that we've got, a really good foundation, and then building on top of it. So as Will said, today we're going to talk about marketing. And while I go through this, I'm going to talk for just a few minutes on some marketing assets that we have before we dive into the website. When we say website, we're talking about the website that we're giving you guys in the Branning bundle, just so you're aware. So I would love to hear, can you drop a comment? How long have you been in Agent CRM? How long have you been in Agent CRM? Just a quick comment. That would be awesome. I love to see, am I talking to beginners? Am I talking to people like Becky who have been with us for years? Or like, what is who's on this call? That would be helpful for me. And then let's go ahead and dive in to some of the marketing assets that we have inside of Agent CRM. One of the biggest pain points that I was looking to solve when I first started Agent CRM over 4 years ago was, how can I help insurance agents get a regular, consistent stream of leads that they can talk to? That was the starting point of Agent CRM. It wasn't about funnel building. It wasn't about workflows. Like back then, for those of you that have been in the high level space for a long time, they didn't even have workflows. They had separate things for triggers and then a separate thing for campaigns. So we've come a long way in the high level world, but marketing has always been our primary focus. And we continue to build on top of that. And one of the newest things that we launched about 2 years ago now is a tool called AdBase. And AdBase is for our Marketing Plus users. When you upgrade to Marketing Plus, you get our AdBase tool, which allows you to click one of the ad templates that we've created and then launch it directly to the Facebook ads account that you have integrated with Agent CRM. The reason why that's so cool, number one, it keeps you inside of Agent CRM and not opening up all these different tabs with Facebook Ads Manager. Makes it a lot easier and simpler. And the biggest thing is, when you have everything under one roof in Agent CRM, so you have your Facebook ads in there, you have your workflows, you have all the conversation history, it makes it a lot easier to see what is working with my marketing and what is not working with my marketing, right? And so now with the ads that we have inside of AdBase, these ads are updated on a regular basis. And these ads are things that we have tested. In many cases, these ads are exact copies or derivatives of ads that we have run ourselves for clients and seen work. And so I highly recommend that if you're promoting, let's say, Is this the ACA? I'm not sure which one
Yeah,
this is,
let's
but
actually hear. You asked about the time, but I'd love to hear in the chat
yeah.
as well. Maybe we can tailor this session a little bit. What is the main product that you guys are selling? Share that in the comments as well. Maybe we can dive into a few more specific resources here. I
Yeah,
imagine a lot
that's a
of
good idea.
ACA people. Yeah, SC,
Yeah,
ACA and Medicare,
ACA and Medicare.
ACA.
Nice.
Yeah. So maybe we can stick to those. But the goal
Yeah.
is now if you're a Marketing Plus user, awesome, because you're going to get help, you're going to get pre-made resources. But one of the main takeaways here is that the first part of connecting with a lead is a strong hook. Like you
Hmm.
want the right bait, whether it's a pain point, whether it's a hope or a need or an aspiration. There's a lot of noise out there on the internet, and capturing someone's attention in a split second, that's what these ads are designed to do.
Yep.
It looks like a lot of ACA people maybe will focus a little bit more on that, but you get the point that these are ads that are tested, and
Mhm.
we do what's called split tests. Alex, talk to us about split tests so they can understand how we know that these ads work.
Yeah. So marketing speak is the word split test, but think of it like you are showing the same you're showing the same person different ads, different variations of your ad, different hooks to see what is going to get this person to click on the ad, right? So for us at Agent CRM, our goal is to get people to check out our landing page for the software, right? Your goal as an ACA insurance agent is to get them to fill out a form so that you have an opportunity and their permission to contact them and help them get signed up, right? Now, not every person is going to respond to the same ad. Man, I wish it was just that dang simple, right? So you got to try different creatives, different hooks, different graphics. And so what we've got for you inside of AdBase is multiple variations of ads, different graphics, different hooks, different text. You can see here, just we have a lot of different things for you to try. The reason is because we want to give you as many opportunities as possible. Number one, to get leads. Number two, again, it's about different audiences react to different ads. And so, for an agent that is, serving, like with health insurance, an ad that works really well for you if you're based in Texas may not be an ad that works really well if you're based in California, right? Different audiences respond to different ads. Um, so it's important to try all of it. So when you're in AdBase, then what I recommend doing is trying as many of the ad templates that we've got prepared for you as possible, right? Now, if there's an ad in here where you're like, that doesn't really represent my brand, I don't feel that one very much, then don't launch that one. Don't select it. But there's going to be multiple ads in here that you can use. I highly recommend trying as many as possible. So
Yeah.
now the ad, when you launch it, I'm not going to go through an ad-based tutorial here, but I do want to spend some time on the different types of traffic you can get. When you launch an ad from AdBase, you can get two different types of traffic. One is what is called a lead form, which is very simply a lead that pops up on Facebook or Instagram where they can fill in their name, email, phone, and you can gather some other information on that form. They're not leaving the Facebook or Instagram app to get there. The second one is the landing page. Now, the landing page is what we're going to focus on today because our goal is to get people to click to go to the website that we've got built out for you in your branding bundle. That way you can then drive those people to your calendar so they can self-book an appointment. When they fill out the form on Facebook, you get their name, email, and phone, which is incredibly valuable. That's a good, solid lead. You can start following up with them right away. So, put Agent AI on them if you want to. We got some great tools to help you maximize the value of those leads. Use Lead Boost to, get some more information on who that is. So that's a good lead. I don't want you to come away from this like, lead form leads aren't good, right? But when they go to your landing page, they're going through a slightly different journey into your database because on the landing pages that we've got built out, Will's going to show you how you can plug a lead in there, but we also have a calendar that is embedded on these pages. And when they self-book an appointment, they're giving you their name, email, phone number, and when they're expecting you to give them a call. And we've just seen a little bit better success with the people that are self-booking appointments on your calendar, especially when you couple the self-booked appointments with the appointment confirmation workflows that we've got built out inside of the Branning bundle, which we talked about on our last training, and it's readily available for you inside of Click and Play. So that's AdBase. I don't want to, again, I don't want to dive too deep into it. There's another video that talks about it, but the key here is there are ads that are designed to drive traffic to the landing page that we're about to edit.
Yes. And I think the last thing I really want to nail home as a tip, whether you're doing your own ads without our assistance or assets, or whether you're using our ads and our Marketing Plus program, you have to be a subscriber to the next tier of Agent CRM, Marketing Plus, and you'll get AdBase included. You get drop-in ad review sessions included. You can see here, schedule ad review. Because it's not just, do I have an ad? Some of you have tried ad launching before and you're like, man, I got horrible results. It sucked. I walked away. I'm just going to purchase leads instead. And then you pay a premium on your lead purchase. If you dial it in, if you use data to inform your decisions, what Alex is talking about, split test, let's run at least 2 ads minimum. Then we can put half of our budget here, half of our budget on this ad, and we're going to see in my region who's clicking on which ad more. And we do this for our landing page. Many of you wouldn't know this because you've come to our landing page and signed up, and that's the end of your experience with our landing page. But every 2 weeks, maybe 3, we're changing 1 or 2 things. Yep. Just 1 or 2. We're not getting dramatic. We're adding one little thing, and we're running a variation of the same website. And we're not talking about website split testing today, but the same principle applies, is that if an ad is slightly different, and we're running an even budget, we can see this ad is working really well in our region. Let's dial up the ad spend on this ad so we can get more traffic into our funnel. If you guys are interested in Marketing Plus, you're not a subscriber, Black Friday deals on the top left. Yep. It's the equivalent of getting Marketing Plus for free for 3 months if you get the package 1. There's other deals too, but if you're trying to increase your lead flow and you want assistance to just bring in more self-generated leads, then we can assist with that. Marketing Plus. You can also check out extras, account upgrades. Alex mentioned lead boost. There's other things in here, but that's the first step is just getting people's attention, period. But once we have their attention, we need to build credibility. We need to build trust. I'm just going to make sure. Perfect. This is the right account. All right. So we've got branding bundles. In all of these coaching sessions, this is what we're going to be going over because it is the standardized assets. If you're following along today, we're going to be doing the ACA funnel just as a review. But if you're on final expense, if you're on IULs, we've got a different bundle for each product. The template, the look is the same, but the copy is different. So just to recap here, Click and Play assets on the bottom left of Agent CRM. You're going to find the product that you focus on. If you don't have your main product here, or you want additional products, check out, this is kind of like a voting system. It's like, hey, tell me, development. We need to know. We actually need to know if you guys want additional things. And I'm tracking once it reaches a certain request level, then I tell Shah and Mohammed, green light, go for it. It's time for pet insurance to finally come out. But you're going to just click import now, and it's going to take maybe 2 minutes to bring it all into your account. You're going to get automations. You're going to get websites. Let's just showcase here. So you're going to get a whole suite of assets. That's the automations, emails. But we're going to go into the site section today. And we're going to find the funnel, ACA funnel or final expense. You're going to find whatever product funnel you found. Click on the actual funnel. And this is what we call a funnel. Funnel, website, landing page. Honestly, it's all the same thing in my mind. It's just confusing to give them so many names. But the main thing that you need to know about what is actually a funnel, what's the difference? Let's bring this up to talk about. You guys, how many of you been to IKEA versus Walmart? That's the analogy I hear all the time. Walmart is a website. Walmart, you can go down any aisle. You can look for the cereal. You can pull it off the shelf. Maybe you want canned soup. You can go anywhere in Walmart at any pace. Websites are the same way. Some of you have a website. This is more high level thinking here. You have a website where people can go all over the place and they can see all these different menu tabs and they can click around and they can kind of, sometimes not take action. Whereas a funnel is like IKEA, where you have to go through a path. You have to follow along a set of things to end up at one location. So with a funnel here, it's all focused on you doing one thing: schedule a consultation. Schedule a consultation. Want to learn more? It all ends. All roads lead to schedule a consultation. Schedule a consultation. We even have a little kind of flashing thing because we want to really focus in every single page on this website. We've probably got a few more steps than a typical funnel would even include, but the goal is, I think, even on terms and conditions. So you can review terms and conditions, but it's all going to end. Schedule a consultation. We're driving them to one single action. And so if they've come from those ads that Alex was showing us, the goal is to build credibility right away. Some of the websites I've seen from our users, like, dude, I would not give you my contact details. You do not seem legit to me. You seem kind of sketchy. Your website seems like it's 20 years old. Are you really like up to date? Are you cutting edge? Are you aware of all the things in your business? Something like this, we give you these pre-made assets so that you can drive traffic here and showcase, hey, Hurley's Insurance. Hurley is a legit dude. Check him out. He's a swell dude. He's got his NPN listed there, got a little bio so you can build connection with him so that when you see that lovable face, you're like, oh, yeah, I feel like Hurley can help me out here. Maybe I'm browsing around. Wow, John L. has a quote here. Let's just see how he helped other people in the past. It's all about building trust and credibility so that you're like warming the lead up. The lead can be cold, low intent. They're kind of like, I don't know. Warm lead is someone who is maybe they're aware of their need, but they've got questions. They're not ready to take action maybe. And then you've got burning hot leads who are people like, I just need to figure this out. Like, I need this done right now. I'm a hot lead. I am someone who is interested in term life insurance because I've got a baby on the way. And my wife is like, hey, can we figure this out? I'm an action taker right now. Like, for me, my relationship to insurance right now, you guys don't have to worry about trying to sell me. I'm already aware of my options here. But I'm like, I know I need something. I'm ready to take action. Just put that call to action in front of me and I'll close myself. So we've got that different stages that we're trying to capture and build trust with through a credibility website like this. Alex, anything you want to add to what I've shared there?
Will, you're doing a great job on this. The biggest thing, I do funnels for a living, and I did it for a long time. And there's a couple things that are so important when you're designing a landing page for people to visit. One, you have to keep in mind, if these people don't know me, are they going to walk away from, visiting this landing page with the good idea who I am and how I can help them? And so we designed these pages. We wrote this copy so that as you're looking at this, you go, okay, I know who like Hurley is. I know how he can help me. Then it's about building trust, which is why we've included testimonials all throughout, right? And the third thing is, how do I get started? And so this is why we put different buttons, schedule a consultation, schedule a consultation. It's like if they're looking to take action, then we want to make it super easy for them. We do not want to make it hard to find how do I actually take the next step. And so these funnels are really well designed for cold traffic. Cold is just people who don't know who you are. Warm traffic, people who may know who you are but are now coming back. And hot traffic, people who are like, okay, I'm ready to take action with Hurley. What's my next step? Like we've designed it for all three different types of traffic. So, the last thing I'll say to this is this entire website is customizer friendly, which means you don't have to know how to edit these websites. However, if you want to, by all means, go in and make some changes. We have one of our clients, he was messaging us the other day. He's adding in a video that he made in place of some of these photos. We love that. Like, go ahead and do that, please. We didn't do some of these things like having video placeholders and things like that because, quite frankly, we don't want you to have to do that to launch these websites and start getting some value from it. But if you want to add in a video, if you want to, plug in a new section, if you want to talk about some of the local organizations that you support, feel free to modify this. There is nothing holding you back. If you have a hard time editing the funnel, ask our team to help on the live Zoom or live chat. We're here. But anyway, I just wanted to share like all different types of traffic can go to the page. So we built it for all three.
Yeah. So what maybe I'll do, and I will take maybe a bit more questions in the chat as we go. I can see Becky has a need related to her funnel, but we'll make sure we look into that right after this call. I'm going to showcase the customizer first, and then what I'm also going to do is I'm going to showcase some of the main modifications people are making with their landing page. Hurley's Insurance here. This is one of my favorites because I'm currently watching Lost again, and I'm also in love with these colors and branding. So if any Lost fans, throw yes in the chat here. I know this is a throwback to quite a few years ago now, but I'm going to go through the account customizer and just fill this in. Top left, account customizer. This integrates with all the branding bundle assets, text, emails, landing page. I'm going to jump ahead here. Let's change this to my other preferred pop culture demo. And I'll enlarge that so you guys can see. So what you're going to do, fill in all the details at your own pace. There's a great full-length tutorial on this in the branding library. That's under support options, training videos, agent CRM training. But you're going to fill in the details. Let's just give a bunch of things so you can see how this changes it. Choose file. You're going to find your picture. Let's see here. I've got Harry. Throw another pop culture reference out there to see if anyone catches it. We're going to grab our brand colors in a second, but what I'm going to do first is upload the logo. I've got Harry's Insurance here. Click upload. Always select the file and then click upload. And some of you, you know your brand colors. Some of you, you don't really care. You just give me something that looks good. Okay, pick those ones. Pick a pairing that you find here. But if you have a logo, grab your logo and go ahead to the click here. Find your brand colors based on your logo or image. Click here. This is a separate website that we love because it's just super convenient. You choose your image. Harry. And then it's going to give you the colors, but also some adjacent or comparable colors. So I'm going to grab this one here. Hex code or RGB. It's just a code that tells a computer what the actual color is. So it doesn't matter too much. Grab one or the other. Jump back and punch in the brighter of the two colors, the more visible, like high captivating color. Throw that in the CTA or call to action. And then we're going to go back to this and find another color, Probably that gray will look okay. You might have to experiment a little bit. We're going to paste that in the main. And don't worry if this doesn't update right away. As long as you see the code there. Hit next. I think that will be enough for this particular demo. So let's go back to sites now. You see a funnel. So all I did, I just hit next. That's all I did. Super simple. We're going to bring up the website again and check it out. Top left, there is the logo. There's that nice brown. There's Harry Seldon. I typed a bunch of gobbledygook in there. Everything has been modified to align with your brand. Now you can compare that to here. I haven't refreshed this page yet. As soon as I refresh it, it will show you the other one. But just to compare how easy and simple it is to fully modify all these assets. If I was to show you the emails, same deal. Your logo is now instantly plugged into any section. Becky says, Customizer is amazing. So cool that everything you open is pre-filled. Yes, we are trying to get your speed to value or speed to launch dramatically reduced. It took us so long to get the coding on some of these things, but we knew like this is going to be the shortcut for our agents that we need. So I'm going to go into the main page here and the editor. So just to go back again, I'm sorry if I'm going too fast for some people. You can type in slow down, Will, if I'm going too fast, but sites, and then find the product funnel, and then actually go into it. You're going to see home, calendar, privacy, terms and conditions, document upload, and then there might be a few slightly different ones. You're going to click on this blue thing, edit in a new tab. That's what I always prefer because sometimes you want to actually jump between windows, and we'll see that in a second. So this is behind the scenes here on the funnel. It might feel overwhelming, but it actually is fairly logical once you understand like how you edit sections. But you'll notice some things that look like code. For those who are newer, these are called custom values. This is how we pre-fill a section using an entry somewhere else. So on the customizer, you fill it in, or in the custom values under settings, you fill it in. But everywhere on your system will now plug that answer into that section. So you can see here, I can manually type, I can manually respond there. If I don't like the language, I can tweak that by simply adding a section. Typity type. And you can see on the top right, a little save, and made the change. Now it's not published live. Let's publish those changes as well. You can save and wait to publish. I just do it right the first time. That's my preference. If you want to add sections like some of you, you're like, well, I really want to show what states I'm licensed in. Can we do that, please? Well, you're going to go on the top left here, add an element. Probably, even if you're just wanting to add a paragraph, you can just drag that element. Where do you want it? You can see I've got two columns here, license, LICE, in. And then you can say Texas, Ohio, New York, maybe I want to put it below. Great. Maybe I want to add a little bit of space. You can see on the right, there's a margin. I'm not going to get too extensive here. I'm just kind of showing you it. You look around, and once you know where things are, like I've clicked licensed in, and then I scroll down margin. Let's put that margin to 40. Nope, 20. That looks good. Or maybe I want it here. Let's just drag it. Boom. But I need it to align left. So once you're kind of exploring, just take some time, go into it, and don't worry about remembering everything. It's like learning a new language or learning to ride a bike. Sometimes you fall over. Sometimes you're like, I need to get some momentum here. But once you get into it, you can geek out hardcore. You can get really fun. If I had maybe on another session, we'll get really nerdy together if some of you are interested. Um, Even behind the scenes, like how do you make these elements float? What else can you do? That's what I love right now. I'm getting deep in the weeds with coding, but at a basic level, you do not have to edit any of this website. I'm showing you some of the main things, some of the initial things that people are like, well, I want to show that I'm licensed in these states. We don't have a way with the customizer to do that at the moment. So that would be a simple way. It's just adding a text field, save, publish, and then let's actually view that together. There you go. Licensed in Texas, Ohio, New York. You can get neater with that if you want. Let's just do one more geeking out moment before we move on to another frequent request. But I'm going to change the buffer to 10 above, change the buffer to 10 below, change that to 10 on the left, 10 on the right. And what we're going to do here is we're going to scroll up background color. Let's use that gray. No, let's use a lighter gray. And we'll go down and change the text to white. Oh. And then we need to add a buffer above the actual box itself. Now, sometimes it's playing around. You can really get lost in these things. So if you want to just pay our team and say, hey, I want to work with someone like Will to help shortcut, make all the modifications, add a video. Definitely, there is a Black Friday promo on that as well in the second step, or you can just buy the hours on their own. Go to advanced, border, full border. We do 15 as our default one. And then I'm going to remove the border. So let's just remove that. There's all sorts of fun things you can do. Make it really pretty. It is fun once you get it behind it. But again, I want to emphasize that you can make all these changes. But also some of you are like, well, I know that I just need to get selling. So if you want to become a funnel designer, definitely follow along and do these things. But I'm not going to get too much deeper for the sake of time and for what you guys are looking for on this call. Yeah. All right. So that is one of the main changes people are asking for. How can I showcase credentials? If you want to upload an image or something like that, same deal. You just add plus sign, take the image, drag it. You're going to choose image. Let's just assume that this is the image of your license or credentials. You can add that, resize it. Again, once you know where things are, it kind of makes sense. Like, okay, I want the height 20. No, I want it 50. You play around a little, align it left. Perfect. Done. Save. Good enough. I will say whether it's ads or landing pages, yes, the professionalism helps. But when I first started with Alex, I'm a photographer. I'm a graphic designer. Alex showed me the leads, the Facebook campaigns that were working. Alex, do you remember this? We were sitting in Yuba Street. He's like, hey, come check. I want to show you our ads. I'm going to be honest. The ads that were working the best were actually atrocious. I don't know if I said that to you, Alex, but there was like columns that were misaligned. The colors were kind of ugly. And Alex said to me, like, check it out. We're getting twice as much or whatever it was. So I will leave that as a little asterisk. Some of you saw our ads and you're like, I could do better. Maybe you can, but it's not the point. The point is, does your ad work at the end of the day? So I'll leave that as a little asterisk before any of you get too carried away with polishing your ads up.
There's a funny note on that. One of my best performing ads for a while was a video that I took where I was outside by my pool and I was wearing my swimsuit, but then you just saw me with like a towel draped over my shoulders and I'm like talking about like Agent AI or something like that. And I got so much hate on that ad. There was so many people commenting like, this dude's in a towel and he's talking about AI. It was one of my best performing ads for a long time. So it got a lot of views, it got a lot of engagement, it got a lot of people to click in, and then it did end up getting quite a few people to take action. So you just never know. I don't
Yeah.
recommend doing an ad where you're wearing a towel, but in my case, it worked. It was like spur of the moment. So
Yep.
sometimes things that are polarizing, and sometimes polarizing
Memorable.
could mean, yeah, it could mean like it's kind of off. It looks funky, like it's drawing my eye because I can tell something is off. So yeah, you just never know. Just never know. Oh, none of the ads that we have in AdBase are designed that way. We've all designed them to be beautiful and things that you can be proud of with your brands. Just so you know.
But if you guys are interested, maybe we'll say yes below. Alex will capture some pre-made content for the AdBase library of him in a towel selling your product. So say yes if you want that. ACA, Alex with a sign in a towel. Sign up for ACA. We'll get those ad uh, content created. They'll work. I guarantee it. Let's, in the funnel editor here, jump to the calendar page for a second, because some of you who are watching, you're not going to change the sites. You don't care. The site is good enough. What do you need to do? Calendar needs to be published. Some of you have a different calendar. You can change the calendar if you have a live one, but every branding bundle does come paired with a calendar, and that calendar is paired with the automation. So we do not suggest using a separate one. Many of you, this is ABC, so I'm just going to breeze through it quickly. There are tutorials as well. Settings, calendar. You find your calendar. Now, if it's a branding bundle, it's going to say something like speak with your, you can see here, ACA agent. You can see it's on draft. That's why it said 404 error. So we're just going to go to that. We're going to edit it. Oh, it's going to probably going to log me out here. Edit. Oh, come on. I think my computer just logged me out. Let's hit refresh here. It's always during a demo.
It's got to
Half a
be when people are
moment.
watching. That's when you have the
It's got to be.
issues. It works beautifully throughout the entire day, 8 to 5, but it's that one slot where we're
I got it.
It's like, oh no.
I got it. All right. So I'm in Speak with Your Agent here. You can see here, add a description. What do people see? Maybe throw a photo of your face here. Let's do that Harry one again. Actually, let's do Bob. No, that's not a low. That's a low res. Harry. We're going to upload a file. I might have done it too big, actually. Nope, that worked. You got to have a team member. That's why it's not published to begin with, because you don't have a team member assigned to it. So assign them, follow along with the tutorials to edit it the way you want. Zoom location. We're just going to save that. And the moment I come back to the website, ACA, we got to publish it, still in draft. Activate. The moment you activate it, let's go to contact now. There's your calendar. So you must have an active calendar. That's, apart from getting the domain connected, that's really the only thing that you actually need to do for the website itself. Customizer, domain, calendar. Customizer, domain, calendar. Customizer, domain, calendar. Just to get that in your mind there. The last main customizing feature I want to highlight here. Some people are asking, Will, I don't want to push to a calendar. Becky says, hey, can you show the 404 error again? It's because the calendar is in draft mode. So again, thanks for just flagging me. You're going to go back to calendars, settings, calendars, find the speak with your agent, and then just add yourself and publish. Those are the things that need to be done here. So that's the 3 dots. That always means edit. You cannot activate unless you're assigned. There needs to be a person, and then it just next. So again, from the top here, the goal is get someone from an ad into the landing page and push them to a calendar right away. So schedule a consultation will lead to the schedule a consultation page. So this is what the top looks like. It's going to take to another step of the funnel. And here it is. Now, I'm actually going to show 2 changes because we're always upgrading these funnels. Some people have been like, Will, I actually want to push them. Like, I've got to scroll down to see the calendar. I want the calendar right at the top. So that was some great feedback. I believe in future bundles, this whole section just won't be there. So let's just, green is a section. You can see that it stops right above book consultation. So let's actually just delete that whole section. Save. That way people don't have to click and then scroll down and find it again. Publish. Now, let's just refresh here. There you go. Calendar's at the top. It doesn't look as good graphically, but it's maybe more convenient. Maybe it will increase your book rate. So that would be one of the changes there, is just aligning or adjusting sessions. You can see that will jump up there. The other one here, some of you are like, well, I want to capture warm and cold leads as well. And I believe that pushing to a calendar right away is too high of a call to action. Like the level of commitment that I'm asking for someone, I believe that I'm missing out on cold and warm leads that I have confidence I can still work with. I'm pushing people from the Facebook ad, but I'm missing some opportunities here. Or you want to share on your Facebook group. You want to send a link to your friends. You want to do a referral campaign. You can see if you click on a button, on the right-hand side, the button editor comes up. If I scroll down, it says schedule a consultation, and the action is link to step calendar. That means clicking on this button will shortcut me to the calendar itself. Some of you want a form though. You're like, Will, I just want their name, email, phone number. If it's health insurance or something like that, maybe I want to know if they smoke. So we can change the action to, I would do as a pop-up. Link to open pop-up. Maybe I need to change this now. What would it be, Alex? What would a good call to action phrase be for a form submission?
Either something, well, I would say if you don't have a lead magnet or some sort of a 404, then, or I'm sorry, some sort of a PDF, then a good form action would be, reach out to me. When they click reach out to me, and it would pop open a form with just their name, email, and then I would put best phone number, right? So that way they're still initiating, but now they know, like, I'm telling you to reach out to me. So
that's perfect. So reach out to me, and then we want to change it to calendar icon. So let's just go up to the calendar, check, and we're going to just say contact. Right. Yeah, maybe something like that. What do you think, Alex?
I think that is awesome. And so then I think just having the form pop up in the pop-up, so they're not leaving. I think that would be excellent. So
what we're going to do is find that pop-up. This is the pop-up by default. If you're watching maybe a month from now, today's November 18th, there's probably going to be a pop-up as a default for the new funnels, but this is how you're going to do it if you want to change the form that's included. Add row. We just need one column here. Add element, form. And then pick your form. So I've got a generic contact us one, super simple. By default, I believe some of the forms will have what is required for A2P phone compliance. I agree. You can send me text messages. Yeah. You need
Don't
this.
delete that checkbox. Don't delete that
checkbox. Do not
delete
it. Do not delete it.
We put that in there for you. So that's for not just for compliance, but also for your legal safety. Don't delete that. Yeah. So yes, it's like, oh gosh, I got to check it. Oh, what a pain. Trust me, it's worth it.
Yeah. So maybe I want to throw my logo in there too. Let's do that quickly. Pop-ups. You can click on the plus below and then drag an image into the, I think the, oh, here we go. Add element, image, choose the image. We're getting that one as well. That's way too big. Let's change the width, 300. Nope, 400. Perfect. And then you can mess with the margins to kind of get things. I'm just going to subtract a little bit of spit. No, too much. Still too much. Let's just keep it -50 and be done with it. Okay, so now we've got a pretty form. If they click, instead of going to calendar, let's actually finish up here first. Contact us. What is the action when you submit? I've captured your contact details now. Awesome. But what happens next? I'm actually still going to push them to a website. Next step. Next step is calendar still. So that way we have a multi-tiered opt-in. Like if it's a low lead, they will still give you their contact details. But if they're warm, maybe they'll be like, oh, I can book an appointment too. That way you have different options, different commitment levels, whether it's just give me your contact details or whether it's let's lock an appointment in now. So that's my recommendation. Still capture their contact form. Redirect to the calendar after they submit. So that way you can push them to an appointment, but even if you don't, you still have their contact details. Does that make sense? And then the last step here, we're getting more tutorial based on this call, but I think these are things I always get asked, so I'm happy we're able to do this. Contact us is the form. What we want to do next is we want to make sure that something happens when they fill in that form. So in automations, Branning bundle, new lead, this is the 2.0 workflow. You're going to find 2.0 product new lead. We want to add that as a trigger now. And again, for some of you who are watching in the future, it might be on this by default, but a trigger is what sets off a chain of events. In this case, it's going to be emails. Form submitted, add filter. Form is contact us.
You want to make sure that you select the specific form. Otherwise, every single submission from every single form will trigger this, and that's not what you want. So
that's not what you want.
Filling in that extra step is critical.
So let's do form website form. Save. I'm just saving the name so that I can shortcut it and then save. So now let's refresh on the home page. Reach out to me. Check this out. Pop up. We're going to say, will, enter. Oh, that's my wife. Submit. It's going to take a second, and then it's going to go to the calendar. And if I go into the workflow and hit refresh, I'm waiting for something on my phone. We have not, I don't believe, registered this account for A2P, but there's my contact. So I've probably already gotten the email. The text has not come through because this is not an A2P registered, but you can see that just by submitting that, there's going to be a message that goes like, hey, got your information. Thanks for submitting a request. Let's get on a call. That way, if they didn't book a call, we're warming them up and we're nurturing them. We've got multiple levels of engagement and commitment that this funnel is allowing us to capture. Now, in most cases, the calendar consultation, remember to change it in all the places if you are making that adjustment. But in most cases, schedule a consultation is going to be just fine. The goal is people on appointments. And so this standard approach will allow you to capitalize on those leads from live Facebook ads or organic traffic as well. Yeah, you see that's popping up here. Those are the main things I wanted to cover based on what I've heard. But Alex, I'd love if you have, with our last 7 minutes, 6 minutes here, what do you want to make sure we address?
Well, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. We've gone through quite a few tutorials. We got a little nerdy with you. We shared what our overview was for why we created the websites the way we did. So there was a lot that we covered. If you have questions, drop them in the chat. I want to end on a couple notes. This is all about action taking, right? We educate so that you can implement. So my hope would be for everyone on this call to go into their website. Well, first go into their customizer and fill that out all the way through. The second thing I would encourage you to do, go into the website, give it a quick preview, make sure it looks beautiful, meets your expectations, and then add a domain to it. And if you need help with any of those things, jump on our live Zoom or our live chat. We're here to help. But my hope is that you would take action and start sharing your website, start driving traffic to it. Whether you're using ads, you put it in your email signature, whatever method you decide to do, please drive traffic to this website. I believe that this website that we've created for you is a gold mine for your marketing effort. It is one piece of a great marketing campaign, but we've done a really good job on this website and we're giving it to you. And we're giving it to you because we want to see you guys get value from it. And so drive traffic to this website, add it to your email signature, throw it on your social media, announce that you have a new website, do whatever it is that you're comfortable with doing, and let people know what you've got created here. The other thing is I would highly recommend that you guys, this is not a sales call, but I would recommend check out Marketing Plus. If you're, self-generating your own leads or you feel stuck generating your own leads, check out Marketing Plus to see what we've got. I posted the link above, but it's marketing.agent-crm.com. Marketing.agent-crm.com. We've got so many great things in there that are going to help you generate your own leads. We're a huge believer in doing multiple different campaigns at the same time. I love buying leads, but I also love generating my own leads, right? It's all about profitability in business. And there's, it's so many different ways to skin the cat when it comes to being profitable in business. So self-generating your own leads using Marketing Plus is a great way to do that. So that's what I wanted to finish up. And it looks like we don't have any questions from the people on the live call. So Becky, the recording is going to go up on YouTube. So make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're posting content there on a regular basis, not only these recordings, but also some additional fun content that I'm creating with some other partners like Oscar and things like that. So our YouTube is there as a resource for you as well. So yeah, this was a great session, Will. Thank you for leading us down this journey and demonstrating how to edit this website. I think this was really valuable.
Well, some of you are already using this website. What I would love in the Facebook group, I did post, maybe I'll post the replay later. And I want you to actually comment, share your link, say, I've launched it. This is us celebrating each other's wins. I launched it. Check it out. Let me know how my colors look. Some of you, I'm like, wow, those are actually solid brand colors. They work so well in this customizer. Some of you, I'm like, yo, you might want to reevaluate your branding. Your colors are kind of heinous. But we would love to help you if needed. Check out the training videos inside of Let's see first here. I just want you guys to know where the resources are: support options, training videos, agent CRM training and onboarding. And this is another website, Branning Library. There is a specific section in here that goes a little bit more into the website itself. But if you guys want help, Alex has just commented expert.agent-crm.com, or you can explore the Black Friday promos after your first step. There's a one-time offer that does have a major discount on one-on-one hours as well. So I think that is it for today. We'll land the plane with a minute or two to spare. Thank you guys so much for joining. Leave us a comment, share in the Facebook group what you learned or any tips that stuck out to you. And if you want to register for the next one, we'd love to see you there too.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're most welcome.